Welcome back to Science Capsule, a perfect self-learning tool. We are learning the chapter Nutrition in Plants. In the first episode, we have seen the basic idea about the food and the modes of nutrition. When we talk about nutrition, it is a process by which living organisms intake food and utilize it for getting energy and other nutrients. About the nutrients we have already studied, isn't it? Carbohydrate is called the energy giving food. Other nutrients such as proteins, vitamins, fats are also required by the living organisms, whether it is a plant or an animal. We have also seen that the nutrition process is not same for plants and animals. Depending upon the process of intake of food, the modes of nutrition also differs. In the modes of nutrition, we have seen autotrophic mode of nutrition. Secondly, we have seen a heterotrophic mode of nutrition, isn't it? All the green plants come under autotrophs which prepare their own food, whereas all the non-green plants and the animals come under heterotrophic mode of nutrition since they depend on other organisms for food. So in today's episode we are going to learn the food making process in green plants. Dear students, you should know that the food making process in green plants is called photosynthesis. Dear students, photosynthesis is the process in which all the green plants prepare their own food with the help of simple substances such as water, carbon dioxide, and thirdly sunlight. Here photo means sunlight, synthesis means manufacture, and the food synthesis process is taking place with the help of simple substances such as water and carbon dioxide. So here the photosynthesis process can be written as: in photosynthesis, carbon dioxide and water are the raw materials. Now let us understand how, by making use of these simple substances, food that is a carbohydrate is produced by the plants. Dear students, the food making process is carried out in the leaves. Dear students, if you look at the leaf under the microscope or with the magnifying glass, then you will find a structure like this under the basal surface of the leaf. That means at the base of the leaf or the reverse side of the leaf. This is the sectional view of the leaf which you can see with the help of microscope. Now look at this structure. Here at the center you will see a pore, a small hole. This is called stomata. So stomata is a tiny pore which is present under the leaf through which the carbon dioxide gas enters into the leaf. And we have seen that oxygen gas is also produced. The oxygen gas so produced during the chemical process is liberated out of the leaf through the same pore, that is stomata. So we can say that stomata is the pore through which gaseous exchange take place in green plants. Now the stomata is open. During daytime the stomata will remain open, and at the night time the stomata will be closed. The opening and closing of stomata is controlled by guard cells. If you see the sectional view, you can see millions of tiny pores under the surface of the leaves. This is the structure which you can see under the microscope, and you can see at different places green patches. This green patches is called chlorophyll. Here it is there, chlorophyll, here chlorophyll. So we have seen that stomata is the tiny opening through which carbon dioxide goes into the leaf. Here we have seen green patches, we call it as chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a green colored pigment which is responsible for absorption of sunlight. We have seen for photosynthesis process, photo, that is sunlight, is to be absorbed. So the absorption of sunlight is carried out by chlorophyll pigment present in the leaves. And also we can understand that all the plants appear green due to the presence of chlorophyll. If no chlorophyll is present in plant, then absorption of sunlight will not take place and photosynthesis cannot be carried out. So chlorophyll is very important for food making process. So now we can think that carbon dioxide goes into the leaves through the stomata, Chlorophyll pigment absorbs sunlight. One more raw material for food making process is water, isn't it? When we talk about plants, under the soil we will find roots. The main purpose of roots is to absorb water and minerals. Here the root absorbs water from the soil and transports it to different parts of the plants. Ultimately, the water is sent up to the leaves. So we can understand that now our leaf has got carbon dioxide entered through stomata, sunlight absorbed by chlorophyll, water absorbed with the help of roots. Thus, when all the raw materials reach the leaves, then there the food making process, that is photosynthesis, will take place in the leaves. As a result of photosynthesis, we get carbohydrate and oxygen. Here you should know what is carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is a substance which is made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So we can understand that carbohydrate is a substance which is made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. There are different types of carbohydrates exist in the nature. Here in the plants, the carbohydrate which is prepared in the leaves is called starch. In class 6th you must have studied test for starch in the leaves, iodine test, isn't it? So here the iodine test is done on the leaves to identify for the existence or presence of starch in the leaves. There are other carbohydrates which we use in our day-to-day life. They are sugar. In hot sunny days we used to drink glucose water, isn't it? So glucose is also a carbohydrate. So in general we call it as carbohydrate because they are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Apart from starch, the plants may also prepare sugar, glucose and other carbohydrates. Students, during photosynthesis, apart from carbohydrate, oxygen is also produced. Do you know the use of oxygen? Yes children, oxygen is very much needed for all the animals including human. For respiration process, the oxygen is used. What is respiration? About that we will see in the later part of this class. For now you just understand that all the animals require oxygen for their survival, and this oxygen is provided by plants. So you can imagine how important the existence of green plants on the planet Earth, isn't it? So this is all about food making process in green plants. Hope you enjoyed this video. That's all we have in today's video. See you in the next. Bye bye.